Greetings, YouTuber. You have entered the world of electrified network gaming and streaming. And here is your host, all the way from the internet, Sly885.
Sup, YouTube? It's your boy, Sly885. Alright, let's get started. Sup, YouTube? It's your boy, Sly885 here. Now, while I would love to record a short video like this outside somewhere or somewhere other than just inside my car, I don't really have much time. Today is August 11th. It's my wife and I's 4-year anniversary, and we are actually quite happy this week because we aren't dealing with our current awful living situation with loud roommates, a loud dog, and a loud kid to keep allowing to come over who's spoiled and never taught right from wrong because he screams like crazy all the time and is out of control. And don't make the excuse that he's a kid. Every kid I've seen his age is a lot more well-behaved than him. He's just spoiled and never taught right from wrong. But anyways, and they never taught their dog what not to bark at. It barks at literally everything. But moving on from that, this week, thanks to my mom actually using her timeshare to get us a Worldmark hotel room up in Windsor, just one town north of my hometown of Santa Rosa. I'm actually back in Santa Rosa right now, but Windsor's just a little bit north. My wife and I have been enjoying our independence, enjoying our time to ourselves in the Worldmark hotel room that we're in, and even having home-cooked meals. Yesterday I grilled some cheeseburgers. Today I'm going to make some spaghetti, which she absolutely loves, and I've learned that actually I make pretty well. So for once, when it comes to food, there's something I actually know how to do pretty damn good. Anyways, moving on from that, let's do this Jonathan Pie video. I don't have much time because I went out to work to have a little extra money to spend for the anniversary. And I just saw this in my notifications, so let's do a react to Jonathan Pie. Get this over with very quickly. I'm not going to say as much because I got to get this over with a lot more quickly so that I can spend the rest of the day with my wife. Because it is our anniversary after all. And it's going to be wonderful. Just a 3-minute video. Turn off the AC this time.
The collapse of Greensill in March has left the bank's clients
I'm an idiot.
facing billions of dollars in losses. The collapse of Greensill in March has left the bank's clients facing billions of dollars in losses. David Cameron worked for the company as a part-time advisor for 2.5 years after stepping down as Prime Minister. Mr. Cameron says there was no wrongdoing. Panorama has also discovered documents indicating his role earned him about $10 million before tax. What the fuck? Sorry, cut $10 million.
You said it on the news, yes!
Working part-time for a couple of years. Sorry, what? No wrongdoing?
Yeah,
well, perhaps
that's suspicious as
or
hell.
legally, but, what about, morally? Making a fuck ton of cash, promoting a company that used the global pandemic to further its dodgy financial interests. On the take, jazzing $850 million of investors' cash into some nasty US coal company. Have you seen the news this week? The world's about to end because of things like nasty US coal companies. What about no moral wrongdoing? A Prime Minister's legacy can often be judged in fairly simple terms by how much carnage they leave in their wake and how many pigs they fucked whilst at university. And on both counts, David Cameron is one for the history books.
He's back!
I know it's bullshit, Tim, but it's also oddly plausible, which is why it's still funny. What, David Cameron fucked a pig? He stuck his cock in a pig's mouth and fucked it? Yeah, I'll buy that. If he's willing to whore himself out to the first nasty, vicious, morally bankrupt bank that comes along, then I reckon he could easily fuck a pig. I'd have more respect for him if he had fucked that pig. He is everything I despise. Insanely privileged, fifth cousin to the Queen, educated at Eton and Oxford, where he was a member of the Bullingdon Club, a bunch of tweed-blazered turds known for smashing up restaurants just for the fun of it and dismissively throwing money at the waiters to cover the damage. And an initiation ceremony that reportedly includes burning £50 notes in front of beggars. But as David Cameron himself insisted.
I'm sorry. I know I had to hurry this, but that's fucked up. Okay, I live in Northern California. Wine country, to be specific. Sonoma County. Santa Rosa is the largest city in wine country. I know most people think of Napa when it comes to wine country. That's like the heart of wine country, but the largest city is 45 minutes to the west, Santa Rosa. 175,000 people. Fifth largest city in the San Francisco Bay Area. First is San Jose, then San Francisco, then Oakland, then Fremont, then Santa Rosa. Anyway, it's expensive to live here. Not as expensive as San Francisco, not as expensive as San Jose, Oakland, whatever, but it's expensive to live here. I see homeless people all the time. If it wasn't so expensive here, I guarantee you there'd be less of them. There would be less of them. Like, one area I considered moving to is 4 hours up north in Eureka, which is not the place it used to be, obviously. I've actually been to Eureka, and I liked that it was a nice coastal town. I liked how cool it was there in the summer, despite it being summer, because of all the clouds, how cloudy it was there. There's a Redwood National Forest there that's amazing. It's just beautiful nature there. The problem is it's far away from the population hub of San Francisco, so there's not as much work and so on. And in general, there's just not as much work. They specialize in like wood carving and stuff like that, and that's not as big an industry as it used to be, especially with machines taking it over. But for the state of California, Eureka is affordable, like amazingly affordable. Like the average rent up there is like $900 a month. In Eureka, California. Here in Santa Rosa, it's around $2,000 a month on average. San Francisco, it's around $4,000 a month. San Jose, Oakland's like around $3,000 a month on average. But yeah, so for Eureka's affordable, and it's by the coast, so it's nice like that. But when I looked up information about it, it mentioned how there's homeless people all over the place, and I did see that. I even saw a camp of homeless tents just in some empty parking lot, which I've seen here before too, but yeah, there's a lot of homeless people there, but that isn't anything new to me. Like, if I moved there, it wouldn't feel that much different because there's already a bunch of homeless people here. So what I'm trying to point out is, it's sad how there's so many homeless people. I'm kind of used to it, but it's really sad. So for somebody to go around with 50-pound notes, which I think 50 pounds is probably like 55 or 60 US dollars or something, and burn them in front of a homeless person, like, that is extremely fucked up. Why would you do that? My goodness. Oh my God. That just came as such a shock to me. They actually really do that? That's just evil. Anyway, let's continue.
It's only fair to judge politicians by where they are going, not where they are from. By the time he left Downing Street, we had rising national debt, rising inequality, rising unemployment, welfare systems on their knees, and NHS being privatised by stealth, and social mobility a thing of the past. And as a parting gift, Cameron left us with the almighty clusterfuck of Brexit to sort out. And the fact that David Cameron isn't by any stretch the worst Prime Minister in my lifetime should give us all a chill down the spine. He's not a soulless gargoyle like Thatcher, or a murderous fraud like Blair, or a bumbling sack of vicious custard like Boris Johnson. But my God, what a snivelling, self-serving little shit he is. Go again?
Wow.
Yeah. The collapse of Greensill in March has left the bank's clients facing billions of dollars in losses.
I want to see somebody just go, oh, fuck, at the end of the news report. Oh my God. See, I really wish that was the real news. I really wish it was. But the story with Jonathan Pye is that these rants he's going on are things that are happening off screen, off camera. He has to follow the script and shit. unfortunately, when a news reporter actually does report the facts and it goes against what the establishment wants, it hurts their career. For example, and I know people don't like the Young Turks as much as they used to, but back when people still liked the Young Turks, I watched them report. I watched Cenk. I watched them talk about how an NBC News reporter was reporting that in Israel, I think it was in Israel, he was playing soccer with some kids, and then like a moment later, missiles came and it blew up the beach and it killed some people, and including those kids. And he was going to report that they're actually Israeli missiles and not missiles from like Iran or something. But because Israel is a U.S. ally, he wasn't allowed to report that. And they actually took him off the scene because he was going to. Like, that's fucking horrible. That is horrible. Israel, they are allies to the United States. But the fact is, they do suspicious things sometimes. And they've sometimes been in the wrong. But because they're our ally, and Iran is right there, and we don't like Iran, we have to always be nice to Israel. As an example. I remember the pig fucker thing, though. My very first exposure to Jonathan Pye is probably the first exposure most people had to him, which was that video from like 2015, I think, when he went on a huge rant and was pissed off. First of all, he was very pissed off about being out in the rain without an umbrella, and then he mentioned how he jokingly said that poverty in London is non-existent. Talked about how Russia's always considered bad, China's considered bad, but not as bad as they used to be, and doing this rant, doing this joke. He mentioned occasional pig fucker David, I forgot his name already, but yeah, the prime minister at the time, and he even ranted about Matt Damon a little bit, which I thought was kind of funny. Yeah, so I'm glad he actually brought that up. I'm glad the pig fucker's back. I'm glad he brought that up again. Because I remember there was another video I saw of his that came out earlier that year where he talked about the pig fucker. I'm just going to call him that because I forgot. I can't remember the guy's real name. I only want to call him the pig fucker. Anyways, my goodness. I'm sorry, that part, burning such high-value money in front of homeless people, like, can you imagine how much 50 pounds would help a homeless person? I mean, there's probably a lot of shit they could buy with that. That would be good enough for them. $50 to us, to people who aren't homeless, isn't very much, but to somebody who is homeless and has nothing, it's valuable. And they'll try, if they're smart with it, they'll try to cherish it and save it for what is absolutely necessary, which is just like food and water. Well, I guess they don't have to, depending where they go, they won't have to buy water, but, food, drinks, whatever. That said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Click that bell icon to add me notifications. Check out my Jonathan Pye playlist. I have react videos to a lot of his videos, not all of them. And also, be sure to check out some of my original stuff. On July 29th, I uploaded my Sonic movie review, and I worked really hard on it. It took a lot of time to upload it, especially with my work schedule, especially with having to wait for a month to get my computer back to get a part for it, and dealing with the copyright infringement BS of YouTube, even though it's fair use. But yeah, check that out as well, and thank you so much. I will have some more original stuff coming in the future. I'm just not really spending much time working on them because I'm enjoying my anniversary with my wife, and soon after I'll get to work on those, though. And plus, I still have a job that I gotta work. But thank you so much.